Hey everybody, on this episode of VFX Studio, we're going to be going over weather effects. So I just want to start off this episode by saying thank you to everybody that's been following these tutorials because I've now reached 50 subscribers. Also a big thanks to the company of HitFilm, FXHome, for promoting my videos on their Facebook and Twitter. This effect isn't as complicated as my other ones because I recently ordered a Chroma flex off of TubeTape.com. That's supposed to get here around the 29th of January. So I just wanted to make this short little episode before that got here. But anyway, here's the effect. So here's the original footage that I shot first. If you look closely, you can see two tennis balls on the top of the ledge that I put there for motion tracking. If you haven't seen my video on motion tracking, I'll put a link in the description below. I tracked my footage using double rotation points, then applied it to a point that I had created. Next, I created a new grade and dropped two lens flares onto it. I used the flashlight LED flares for both of them, then parented them to the tracking point. Next, under hotspot position, keyframed the position attribute. I keyframed the first lens flare to go up and the other one to go down in order for the one that's going down to look like a reflection. Then I keyframed the intensity to go up and down as the flare happened. Next comes the dark cloud. It can be found under 3D, weather, storm cloud. Down in the cloud panel, you can change the color to anything you want. Now if you pair your cloud to your tracking data, you'll see the movement doesn't quite match because even though it follows the movement of the camera, it doesn't follow the 3D movement of me walking around the pool. So go into transform and keyframe orientation. Now set one keyframe in the beginning and one at the end. At the end keyframe, rotate the cloud so that it's as if you walked around it. This is going to take some messing around with to get right, as every movement is different. Now for the reflection of the cloud, right-click your cloud layer and hit duplicate. Name it Storm Cloud Reflection and bring the position and scale down into the water. Pair it to your tracking data and bring the opacity down. At this point it looks more like a shadow than a reflection. So go to the cloud's color properties and change it to match the light blue of the pool. The lightning can be found under Generate, Lightning, and Electricity. Drag it onto a new grade. Put the start point above the screen where you can't see it, and then keyframe the end point to come in as the light flare expands. The lightning is fully customizable from how many branches come out of the core to the color and feathering of the outside. Back when the lens flare was rising out of the pool, I created a grade and added a brightness and contrast to it. I brightened the grade, then created a circle mask to expand as the light flare went up. Here's without the light, and here it is with it. The shockwave at the beginning can be found under 3D, Explosion, Sci-Fi Shockwave. At first you'll have a flat shockwave that covers your screen. So go into position and change the orientation until it matches the ground in your shot. Put it under the position of the lens flare, then parent it to the tracking point. To change the color, use the eyedropper tool under band to select the color that best matches the water. Now go under general and shorten the duration of the shockwave. Change the type from flame to ripple to make it look more like water. Rain can be found under 3D, weather, rain. There's not really many settings to adjust for rain. Just keyframe the amount to increase over time so that it doesn't suddenly start raining. Some other weather effects that I couldn't find a place for in this video are tornado, aurora borealis, light drizzle, and snow. I use these color correction effects to give the shot a more stormy, dark look. This included darkening the footage, tinting it blue, and bringing down the saturation. Now just add all of your different sounds and you're done. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please leave a like rating below and consider subscribing to receive my latest tutorials. If you have suggestions for new effects or any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. You can now follow me on Twitter at VFXS. Anyways guys, thanks a lot for watching.